Hey everybody, I'm Tyler Florence here with Certified Angus Beef, and today we are going to learn a little bit about beef sustainability and a lot about delicious live fire cooking with recipes out of my new book, American Grill. Let's go.
You know, this land here is our kids' future, and we want them to be that next generation that takes over and has the opportunity to be here on the farm. So it's just really important for us to take care of the land, the soil, the water, and in turn, those things take care of us.
And having such a deep understanding of this story and just how this whole process works is just unmatched education for us in the industry as chefs when we know it ends with us and we're going to deliver the best steak ever.
And we can tell these stories to our customers at the table, when they get to the restaurant.
And we're a team. You know, it's from us to you guys to get that product there. And through all of this, we have to think about the land and those next generations to come, whether it's here on the farm or in the kitchen. We're all in this together.
Can't believe we're in Ohio. I mean, it's so spectacular here.
Isn't it beautiful here?
Cornfields.
Certified Angus beef is something that doesn't happen just by chance. It takes so much hard work and planning and intentionality on behalf of the farmers and ranchers that raise the cattle.
You have to go see the farmers, right?
Yeah,
You have to go out and visit and really touch the whole process.
We say that our motto is that the cattle never have a bad day.
Right?
Everything is intentional, Mandy. It's obvious out here getting to see this firsthand, so thank you so much.
Yeah, every day, every decision is always with that end goal of raising cattle to produce high quality beef. After we harvest this cornfield behind us, we will put fence all around this cornfield. We'll turn the cattle out there, and then they will graze and clean up that land for us.
It's really good use of the property and land management.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a love story.
It is.
It's great.
Chef, how are you?
Hey, Chef. Ready to cook?
Yes, I am. I am so excited to be here. What a beautiful farm, what a beautiful setting. These steaks look fantastic. What are we doing today?
It really is fitting that we're here grilling on the farm. One, we just learned so much about the Atterholt family, but also just getting to know what the ranching side of this world is like. And then it's our job not to screw it up.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. I say it all the time. Just give me the great products, make it delicious, make it simple.
And trust us with it. We will do it justice.
Right, exactly.
Thank you for the gorgeous flowers next to this beautiful copy of your, what I'm calling the barbecue Bible, at least in my world.
Wow, oh my gosh, it's very sweet of you.
This is in pristine condition, but I have my version that I'm gonna replace it with because
what is that?
It's used and abused and beat up, and there's notes, and it just
dog-eared and like post-it notes everywhere. It's well loved.
Yeah, I've
well-loved cookbook. Thank you for that, Chef. Look, that's amazing. That's so great.
It really has been a part of my world for months now, and I'm here to kind of introduce you to a few things that I've tweaked in it.
I always say it to everybody when they start to cook, you know, take an element or two, make it your own. Take the whole thing because the recipes are gonna work.
Right.
But then if you want to just sort of switch gears on what you like or what you have in front of you or what the season is, that's what cooking is all about, and that's what makes it fun. So this is my 17th cookbook, American Grill, and it's 125 recipes for mastering live fire. And that's what we're doing today with Certified Angus Beef. We're making some really, really great cuts here, but they're always just roadmaps to get you from A to B, to really inspire creativity. All kinds of really fun, delicious recipes. This, I think it's my best work. It's really how I like to cook at home. So Certified Angus Beef, we got a bunch of beautiful steaks. We got some grind.
Yeah.
I want to hear your creativity on that because there's a lot of fun things you can do with like really good ground beef, these steaks, and then we got to talk about this tri-tip.
I can't wait. I want to get this seasoned and going with your gorgeous Santa Maria rub. So
Yeah,
tell me about
okay.
the cut, and then tell me why this rub works so well with it.
California barbecue is Santa Maria tri-tip. Now this is a muscle, and the muscle sort of splits itself in two different directions because when you slice it, and this is also not barbecue that cooks low and slow until
Right.
it falls off the bone.
It's like 30 minutes.
This is medium rare,
Right,
This
yeah.
this is a quick sort of barbecue style. So this is two muscles that kind of merge in together. And so once we get this thing finished, I'm gonna show you how to cut it so it gets very, very specific because you have to cut it, turn it, and then cut it again. So you're always cutting against the grain.
Oui, chef.
But this is a really, really great, very delicious, very well marbled, very tender, really fun steak that's all about California barbecue. And I'm so excited to be cooking a tri-tip with you. I like a good dry rub on top of mine. And so in my cookbook, we have a very specific dry rub for Santa Maria. And this is paprika, it's cumin, it's coriander, it's oregano, it's salt, it's pepper. It's simple, but it's delicious. This is where we were talking about before.
Write that down, guys.
Well, this is where cookbooks are not the final dish that you see
Yeah.
on the page, in the picture. It's really about a bunch of recipes that kind of come together that you totally have the right to unplug, replug into something else, and just riff on it. And that's where cooking gets really fun.
The flavor profile is where you can get creative and be really knowledgeable about food.
The chicken wing recipe is great. This, chef, might be even better.
I'll take it. As I saw these chicken wings, I'm like, we gotta do this with steak. We have to do it with a steak bite or something.
super cool. Yeah,
or
it's
like
great.
a burnt end. So we're
Yep,
just
yep.
gonna take some gorgeous strip steaks.
Yep.
We're gonna cook them beautifully, and then
Yep.
we're gonna toss them in your gochujang honey lime sauce and serve it with kimchi ranch.
Let's go, chef.
that
So,
okay?
so this sounds really kind of fun too because you can slice steak, marinate it, sear it, serve it, and it's what I like to call stab and grab, right?
Stab and grab.
Stab and grab. So you got a plate full of beautiful, delicious slices. Anybody can just take a fork and go, I'll have some of that, please.
Yes. Okay, so you season this up. I'm gonna just get these nice and seasoned with just plain salt and pepper.
You got your steaks. Those look really good.
Yeah, I'm
I got
ready
my
to go
tri-tip.
over there.
I'm chef. Let's go. Let's
All
go.
right, sick.
Right, so we have our tri-tip with olive oil as the glue, and then a really beautiful dry rub on top of that. And then we're gonna let that kind of sit over the lump charcoal. And this is an 80-20 blend, right, chef?
Oui, chef. So what this is 4 things I'm sure you have in your pantry. A little granulated onion, a little granulated garlic, some Italian seasoning, and then this is the super sausagey vibe, a little fennel.
Yep, yep.
And as it's in the cast iron, the fennel seed's gonna toast a little bit. All of those crispy, really dark ends are gonna start to like crisp up, and that's gonna add great texture to our pizza.
Yep, yep.
Because this is what we're putting on the pizzas in replace of the pork sausage.
Love that.
Browning ground beef is letting it get a
Letting
little
it go.
crispy.
Don't stir, stir, stir,
We're not
stir.
gonna let
Right.
it steam itself.
Exactly, exactly.
Looking good. I'm just gonna flip these around. Nice little crust.
Can you smell the spice on this?
Oh yeah,
Yep, it's gorgeous.
yeah.
So this ground beef 80-20 blend cooked a little bit of tallow. I think that's kind of
Look at
cool.
this.
I think if you're gonna go 80-20, the tallow is almost necessary because you want it to be unctuous and juicy and not dry. There's so many wonderful things that you can do with a super hot surface space.
Yeah.
Other than just grilling proteins, right? Now, we're gonna let this rest for a little bit too, and then we start to slice it. We're gonna give you a couple of tips on how to nail it every single time.
Right.
It's technically 2 separate muscles, and they're going 2 different directions. So you gotta cut it, spin it, and then cut it again, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. And I'm just gonna cut these straight down with a slight bias. Temperature-wise, this is the new, and you heard it here first.
I'm listening.
You wanna go medium on everything, okay?
I say that all the
All the time. Medium
I say
rare
that all
doesn't
the
melt
time.
the fat. You gotta go medium. Don't be afraid of it,
If
right?
it's a sirloin flap
Yeah.
and you go medium rare, that protein structure is gonna be so chewy
It's
still.
chewy. Let it go
needs
medium.
To go,
Yeah.
Oh my
Let it
gosh,
go.
I've been saying that forever.
I feel so hurt. I feel so hurt.
so hurt.
Oh, medium.
All right.
Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, we're gonna throw these in. We're making an appetizer. Okay.
Okay.
Now, okay, so then we got our kimchi. So we're gonna give it a nice toss, chef.
I'm gonna work this over here in
Yep.
case I do some slop.
Pass this around the party. Fire this up for the next big game day. You got people coming over, and watch your people smash this. this is gonna buy you a very impressive 20 minutes while you rest your beautiful tri-tip here, right? And you got something really kind of fun. So then also, Chef, I think some lime wedges on the side of this are really great. Look at us, kid. So this is what I call souvlage, right? It's just sort of wild in place, looks really pretty, is symmetrical and sort of, you know.
Guys.
Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, dish number 1.
Okay, sick.
Look at that. Okay, this pizza's really kind of fun too, Chef. So we're gonna cut it into pieces. Okay, half. So this is what I call live fire cooking, right? So like barbecue, I think has like a vibe, right?
Yeah.
People think that's like ribs and beans and that kind of stuff, which I love.
Yeah.
But then live fire cooking is all about the expression of just gorgeous cooking.
Look at that.
Over open heat, and then really kind of using your primal senses, right? Just to really kind of make it special and gorgeous. Olive oil on top of that.
Like, walk to the table with that and watch people just, you know.
What? Okay, now check out this tri-tip. And I want you to be really, really conscious of this because don't cut this the wrong way or you're gonna ruin it, okay?
Ruin it.
Right, the grain is going this way, so our knife cut wants to go this way to shorten the muscle fiber to make the cuts even more tender, okay? Then notice on this side, the muscle is going this way. So this is the fulcrum, this is the hinge right here. So we're gonna take one cut and we're just gonna slice this right here.
Perfect.
Okay, right? So now we can flip this around and then we can go against the grain, okay? Now we got this really beautiful, well-rested, and see how just juicy this is on the inside? And you get that gorgeous kind of melt with the fat. This was a well-marbled tri-tip, and we're gonna slice this nice and thin. All right, and then we're gonna flip this guy around, and then we're gonna start attacking this thing on this side, okay? And then we're gonna go against the grain going this way.
Oh my God.
So we got some pretty micros here. And I think that's really pretty. It feels upscale, but it's simple at the same time. This is how I really like to cook at home. It's American Grill. It's 125 recipes for mastering live fire, and I think these recipes are delicious and fun. So, our tri-tip with our chimichurri, our beautiful grilled pizza with our really fresh twist on sausage. This is beef sausage.
Yes.
Right? All kinds of great flavor profile. And instead of going chicken wings, let's just take 2 steaks and let's just rock it out and make a great, what I call stab and grab pasta hors d'oeuvre. I think it's kind of fun. Honey lime gochujang and then a kimchi ranch. I think this looks like a dinner party to remember.
And the table's full. We've got your jalapeno cornbread.
What?
Truffle mac and cheese.
Huh?
What? We have dessert that was baked on the grill,
Yeah.
cookie skillet with local vanilla ice cream. Let's stop talking.
Let's stop talking. Let's go eat. Certified Angus beef. Love you guys tremendously, and I look forward to doing many, many more wonderful things with you guys in the future. So this has been fun.
And if it's not certified, it's not the best.
Oh,
We chef. Let's go eat.
that's great. Boom.
Cheers.
Love it. OH. IO. Do you guys love your little brother? Yeah.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.